It's been a few years since I first said something about this, alright? But life happens. My bad, okay? I'm with you today, though. Alright? I'm with you. I even jumped the gun on some things so we can speed this along because, you know, anticipation is great, I know. So, let's get this started right away. In this bowl, well, first let me tell you what you're going to need, okay? How about we start there? You're going to need a 15-ounce can of black beans, all right? You're going to need a 15-ounce can of cannellini beans. You're going to need a 15-ounce can of whole black olives. Or if you want to buy the ones that's already chopped up, that's fine, because that's all we're going to do with them is chop them up in the food processor, okay? And you're going to need a can of your mushrooms. I got the stems, mushrooms and stems, but you can get whole ones if you want. Again, they're going to go in the food processor and be ground up anyway. So it's all on you. What else are you going to need? You're going to need 1/4 of a cup of ground flaxseed. You're going to need your black pepper. You're going to need some cumin. You're going to need some steak seasoning. You're going to need some sage. And you're going to need some your pink Himalayan salt. Okay? And you're going to need 1 egg. And hopefully you have a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, all is not lost. Okay? You're just going to have to do some manual labor. That's all. You need you a potato masher, okay, or a fork, or just use your hand. It's up to you. And you're going to need you a knife because you're going to have to dice up your mushrooms. This is the consistency that I like, okay, in mine. So to me, I'm not going to be able to get this consistency with a knife. You can. It's not undoable. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put it in the food processor. So if you don't have one, come on, go ahead and get you one. All right, you can get you one for under $20, a nice one. All right, you're going to grind up your black olives. Okay, I have 1 egg in a bowl that I need to beat up real quick. Okay. Now, I also, for this, I keep mine in the freezer, and I have a little container that I keep in the refrigerator because I like to fix mine when I'm ready to eat it, okay? So what I do is I go ahead and pre-shape my patties, and I put wax paper in between them and put them in the freezer. And then when I think I'm going to want some that week or whatever, I'll just take out a couple of them and put them in another container and put them in the freezer so they can unthaw. Okay, so you're going to need a container and some wax paper to store them in. All right, unless you're going to feed everybody in the family, you're going to have a lot of this. Okay, so in my glass bowl, I got my, did I say garbanzo beans? Did I say you're going to need garbanzo beans, chickpeas? Same size can, 15-ounce can. You're going to need that too. And in my bowl here, this is the consistency of your chickpeas. Alright? Now how you grind these up matters. Alright? Because you don't want to grind them to the point where they look like pudding. Alright? You went too far. That's too much. So, but the chickpeas, you can grind that all the way down, all right? Your cannellini beans, just hit it. You know, you want some of them mashed up like that, and then some of them I have whole. But what I'm going to do, because I wanted you to see, I'm going to mash some of them with my finger. I have a fork here because, again, I don't have a potato masher. I ordered one today, all right? Your black beans. Again, I like them smooth, but you don't want them to look like refried beans in a can. That's too smooth. You want some texture, okay? So what we're going to do now, since you've seen everything that you're going to need, you can go ahead and gather your items, all right? So you can do this with me, okay? So we got all that mixed up. I'm going to take my fork Matter of fact, I want a new fork. Alright, and I'm just going to mash these cantellini beans up just a little bit more. How is everybody? You know I always like to ask you that. Huh? How you been? Huh? How you doing in the battlefield of life? Are you creating happiness for yourself? You finding fun things to do? Are you forgiving the ignorant and stupid? Huh? I know how they irritate you. Alright, so I got this kind of mashed up. Let me see if you can see my black beans. I still have a few that have their shape, but for the most part, I kind of hit them kind of good, but just not refried beans mixed up, alright? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and add in my black olives. Now, for you who don't like black olives, I don't know what to tell you on this part, because to me, the black olives, this is really, to me, what gives it that kind of hearty taste. You need that stability of it, to me. Alright, now maybe you could find something else to substitute for that. I, off the top of my head, can't think of anything that I would want to substitute for that. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and add in my my food processed mushrooms. Alright, I know that looks like a lot, but it was just this one little can, and I didn't add anything else to it, okay? So I want to stir this first with my fork, because we want to make sure that everything is mixed up. And the reason I didn't use the fork with the egg on it is because we're going to need to taste it. Alright, and we're going to need to taste it before we put the egg in there. Alright? Well, I don't want you getting salmonella talking about Lyric tried to kill me. Not today. Hold on, let me take the bracelet off. It's getting in the way. Hold on. Alright, so I'm going to hit this with my rubber scraper. We just want things mixed. Alright, we want to mix it. I don't want it like mashed together where it looks like one mushy pow. I want the texture and everything in it to stand for itself. Okay, so I don't want it all like mashed potatoes, but you want to mix it up good to make sure everything is all mingled together. Okay, so now at this point we're going to go ahead and season this up. Alright, so I'm going to add in my black pepper, and I know y'all like to take the fun out of my cooking by wanting me to measure everything. I'm going to indulge you with that a little bit. Alright, I'm getting better at it. Here is 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Alright, and I might end up adding a little bit more of that. Then we're going to have, now to me cumin is the star of this. Let's see if I can put the same amount out. Okay. I'm going to add one more. Because I really like the cumin in here. It just gives it a real savory taste. Alright, so we're going to add that. Then we're going to add in the same amount of sage. See, this is why I don't like measuring, because I have to take the tops off, and I hate it. Part of me wants to throw the tops away, but then I'll need to sprinkle, you know. So anyway, I just want you to know that I'm not happy with all this measuring. Alright, so we're going to put in 1, well, let's put in 2. Let's put in 2. Okay, because you're going to need to season this really good. And then I'm going to hit it with some steak seasoning. Now, before we add in this salt, I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of steak seasoning. Before we add in this salt, we're going to taste it After we mix it up, we're going to taste it because we may not need the salt. Steak seasoning, depending on what kind you buy, already has salt in it. Okay? So, let's get this a really good mix up. I really want to put my hands in it. Okay, let's try that. I should have that stirred up pretty good. So we're going to get us just a little taste just to see where we stand, if our foundation is good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut I got a couple of onions in here because I've already grilled my buns for my burgers because this doesn't take long at all. So I'm just going to put that over to the side for that one. And this one for that one. I'm going to go ahead and put my cast iron on and turn my stove on, okay? And we're also going to add in our coconut oil. Or you can use extra virgin olive oil, whichever one you want to use, okay? And I'm going to add in, I like mine with the crunchy edges, just like you would with a burger. So that's why I add a little bit more oil in it, so I can make sure I get those sides a little crunchy. You can also bake this, okay? So you can make your patty, put them on a cooking sheet, and put them in the oven and bake them too. I personally, like I said, I don't have a microwave in the house, because that's my choice. I don't like microwaves. And when I make a burger, I want my burger straight off the stove, okay? So I don't like to pre-make these. I put them in the freezer, all right? But if you wanted to, you can slide them on in there, and if you wanted to microwave your patty again to make you a new burger, that's on you, okay? All right, so now we got to get us a little taste. See what we're working with here. That's good. But I'm going to go in with another teaspoon of the steak seasoning. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that. I'm going to go in with, yum, 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 yum. Let me see what I need. I'm going to go in with a little bit more black pepper. So we're going to add one more teaspoon of black pepper. The sage is beautiful. I think we're going to be alright. Yeah, I think we're alright now. That might do it right there. Let's give her a stir and then we'll taste it again. Now I haven't forgot about my flaxseed. It's just, I use the flaxseed as a binder as well as the egg. So I'm going to put the egg in there after we get these seasonings balanced out. And then when I see how the patties hold together, that's going to determine exactly how much ground flaxseed I'm going to add in. I may end up putting in the whole cup. We'll see. Alright, give it another little taste. See what we got going on here. That's money right there. That's money. Now, you can also add garlic powder, onion powder, you know, those are not two seasonings that I really care too much to use. And I'd rather just build with some real standards. If I use garlic, I really want to use garlic. You know, if I want to use onions, I really want to use onions. But sometimes, you know, you have a recipe where you need the dusty garlic and the dusty onions. I don't like it personally. So I kind of leave that out. Alright, so this is beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and add this egg in. Okay? And we're going to give this a really good mixing, okay? Yeah, I can see because the egg loosens it up a little bit. And we're going to need to pull that back together. And I like the flaxseed too because it gives it, again, it aids in the texture of the meat, of it giving it that meat flavor or that meat texture. So I like the way the flaxseed, you know what, to hell with it. I'm putting it all in. I'm putting it all in. It's in there. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. And then we'll come back and form the patties. What I want to do is allow that flaxseed to kind of expand and soak up some of that moisture in there. Okay, so we're going to let that sit for about 10 minutes. And we're going to come back. And we're going to make some patties to put in containers, and then I'm going to fry one up for you, all right? Be right back. All right. So we still have I got a few more minutes for the meatless mixture to sit. I did go ahead and add in another 1/4 cup of the ground flaxseed, okay? Because it wasn't quite as stiff as I want it to be. I don't want it to be like a ball of dried out dough, but I still need it not to fall apart when I go to pick it up and to flip it, okay? But anyway, I tuned back in because I wanted to show you this vegan cheese that I bought. Alright, now I typically don't really like to mess around with processed stuff if I can help it, okay? But I just wanted some cheese, alright? And I've been really good without buying cheese, and I love cheese, okay? So I've been really good without buying cheese, okay? So I found this one, I thought, well, I'll try it out. This is called chow slices. It's tomato and cayenne, spicy peppers, non-GMO, non-dairy. The thing about it is, I think they use soy in here. Let's see, filtered water, coconut oil, modified corn, potato syrup, potato starch, tomato juice, they got potato starch again, fermented chao tofu, which is soybeans, water, salt, sesame oil, and calcium sulfite, sea salt, green and red dried bell peppers, cayenne pepper, natural flavor, olive extract, antioxidant used for preservative, paprika, and an extract of beta carotene. Contains coconut and soy. Keep refrigerated, do not freeze. I think it costs about $5 for a pack. So I don't know how much it is in your city, but at the Walmart Fresh Market, it was about $5. Alright, so let's see if it has on here. I was looking to see if it told you how many slices you get in here, but I don't know. Anyway, it was $5. So I went ahead and I bought some, and I tried it out, and I made a grilled cheese with it. It was excellent. I mean, it melted. It's got a nice taste to it. It's got a nice consistency to it. It doesn't taste like plastic, you know, and it melts. Go figure. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and dress my burger up because it's probably about time to, it's about time to make one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and put my skillet back on there. I'm going to go ahead and dress my burger up because, like I said, this is not a meal that takes a long time, okay? So I like to fold that in half. Put that there like that. Oh, let me put my onion in there. Okay, and I'll do me another one. Okay, oh, again, put my onion in there. like that. And then I'm going to put a piece of cheese on there like that. How do you like that? Well, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I know it ain't easy out here. It is so much more convenient to buy garbage. And it's set up that way for a reason. Alright? So if you don't take your health into your own hands, the doctors do not mind taking your health and putting a price tag on it. Alright? So, enjoy your meal. Alright? But you don't have to kill yourself over it. So, we got that there. I think, oh, we got some smoke on it, so it's good. It's ready now. So what I do, now when I first did this, I measured it with a cup and all that other shit. I ain't got time for that now. Y'all be alright. Just take me a nice little bowl like that there. Alright, like that there. And we're going to put it in there. You hear that sizzle? Alright, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that. And I'm going to push it down. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put another one in there. Alright? Because I'm going to do these a little bit smaller because my bun is not that big. Alright? But if I was doing a big burger like I did before, I had a really big bun when I first did that little sample video a few years ago. So my patties were bigger. We like that sound, right? Okay, so let me, I'm going to turn this fire down a little bit. I'm going to turn it down, because I do have it kind of high. I had it higher than I thought. Okay, so what we'll do now, alright, so I went ahead and cut some little squares of wax paper. And what you're going to do is put you some wax paper there. Take out your little patty. Put that in there and just kind of mash it a little bit. Alright? And you're going to put you another piece of paper on top of there. Alright? And just lightly, you know, don't mash it all to hell, just enough. Put you a piece of paper over it and put the lid on it. And that's it. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator. Okay? And then I have a bigger container. And I'm going to do the same thing, but this container is going in the freezer. Okay? And then when you want you a burger that day, you come home from work and you don't want to cook a big old meal, but you want something to chew on that's good for you, you just go to the freezer or earlier that morning and pull you out one or two. And they'll be ready to go right on the stove. Okay, just put it in there like that. And just give it a little mash. Alright? Put a piece of wax paper on it. And this is what you do. So if you do little, hold on. I want to flip this over. Alright, now, again, you can take these and put them in the oven, and that'll really stiffen it up where to give you that texture when you're biting. I personally fix mine on the stove because, like I said, I like a little crunch to it, but just know that when you fix them on the stove, they may fall apart a little bit, okay? But I'm alright with that. This is not a neat sandwich. It's not going to be neat for you, alright? So pieces of it are going to fall, but it's going to be the ball though, okay? So let's go ahead and finish putting this in here. And that's all you're going to do. All right? You're just going to fill your container up, however big your container is, and pre-make your patties and put them in there. All right? I think I can go one more high. All right? I'm going to put a piece of paper over it. I got one more. And then what I'll do is I'll just get another Tupperware container and put the rest in. Okay? And that's it. That's it. Alright? So now you're good. You're good. This right here should keep you from going to McDonald's. Alright? This should keep you from going to Burger King and all that other garbage that don't love you. This is you loving you. Alright? And you put that in the freezer, and you're good to go. You have company to come over, y'all been out drinking or whatever, you need to chew on something good for you, go right in there and pull you out and throw them on the stove real quick. And you're good. Alright? So, we're going to let these cook for a minute. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put these in the freezer and finish doing that, and we'll come back and taste her up. Alright? Alright. So I took the first meatless burgers out of the skillet. Now, I want you all to keep in mind, it's been years since I made this recipe. So I made it, but it still is falling apart too much for me. Okay? So it tastes great, but it's falling apart too much. So what I did was, the two that I had put in the refrigerator, I took those two back out. And I added more flaxseed to the patty. Okay, so now you have a for real ball, and it's not sticking to my hand. Okay, so I'm going to say this. Add as much flaxseed as you need that you can hold it in your hand without it sticking to your hand. Okay? Alright? You can do that with it. Alright? And I think that is what it was before was that I used I either use wheat flour or white flour, and that's what I didn't add in this time. So we're still not going to use the flour. We're just going to add more flaxseed, okay? And if you have hemp seed, the shell hemp seed, you can use those too. But I'm going to go with the flaxseed just because it's brown, all right? And that's why I want to go towards things that lean towards the color, all right? Because it's all about tricking your mind. All right, that's all it's about. If you can give your brain and your body that fix, then you'll be fine. Okay, and you won't binge out and want to, chew a cow alive. But if you can get your consistency to that closest to meat as possible, and that's for your meat eaters. So this is really what this is for. This is really for people who are true carnivores and they're trying to break away. Alright, so you're going to have to trick yourself until you develop a taste for it. So what happens is that you'll start to lose the taste for actual rotten, dead flesh. Because that's what it is. You're buying roadkill. It's just in a nice package and they killed it in a factory, but it's still dead flesh. Like I said, don't get me wrong, every now and again I want to chew on that cow too, okay? Every now and again, I just got the habit, alright? But we're trying to switch out, okay? So I would say add more flaxseed. So now I got my coconut oil in there, so now I'm going to put this in here. Now see, look at that. It's a whole lot stiffer than that other one. I don't want to cheat you, okay? So when yours start falling apart, you can be like, my recipe didn't work, but it worked for Lyric. No, I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? This is a trial and error. And I don't like to waste, all right? Because I'm going to eat this for real. Regardless if this fell apart or not, I'm going to eat it. But I want to give you the right ingredient. Okay, I want to give you the right, so you have the right consistency. I don't mind eating my fuck up, but I wouldn't dare play it off like, I did it perfectly and not tell you that my shit fell the fuck apart, okay? So, add more flaxseed, all right? And I think that will do it for you. So I did a little test one. of the other mixture, and it was smaller, and it kind of stayed together, but I think this one here is going to be more so of that consistency that we're looking for, okay? So the other thing too was I bought some Green Giant veggie tater tots. I ain't never tried these shits, okay? So this is me trying to go along the way with you. So I'm not acting like, you know, I got this down to a science. This is trial and error for me. You know, I love tater tots, all right? So I'm like, well, let's try it. It's hot when I first took it out. It's good. It's damn good. It's made from cauliflower. Okay? So they just made tater tots out of cauliflower. That's damn good. I will, they actually taste better than regular tater tots. Damn. Alright. This is my new, when I have my tater tot urge, I'll get these. These were made by Green Giant. Okay, so these are Green Giant veggie tater tots, and they're made from cauliflower. Alright, I give it to them. This is good. We can have thumbs up. As a fact, I give it 2 thumbs up. That's really good. Okay? Let's check on this burger over here. Oh shit, that's hot as hell. Hold on. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. I don't know if I'm ready to flip it yet. I'm going to let it sit there for a few more minutes. But anyway, make sure you keep a bag of brown flaxseed, because you're going to use a lot of this. When you're trying to substitute your meats, you're going to use a lot of this, and you're going to use a lot of your shelled hemp seed. Okay? So again, those will act as binders, but I really like the brown flaxseed because it's more towards the color. Okay? But it has a nice taste to it as well. So make sure you keep your bag of this. Alright? Alright, let's flip her over and see what happens. Alright, I'm going to turn it up because I turned the fire down kind of low because I had the tater tots going. But it's nice. I just want to get some brown on it. I want to get some real brown on it. But this is far better than this one. This one completely fell the hell to part. Okay, so I'm cradling this like an infant right now. But it still tastes a bomb. The taste is motherfucking dynamite for real. So we just had to get that texture together, but the flavor is perfect. And like my nephew said, it doesn't taste like any meat that you know. It looks like meat, but my nephew said it didn't taste like meat. But he said it tastes good. So I think it tastes great. So you can get at a try. I think I may fix this again the next time I have company. And if we get around to that part, I'll see if he likes the taste of it. And we'll get him on camera to say how he feels about it. You know, to me, sometimes when it comes to meat and food and stuff like that, it's better to ask a guy, because guys are straight serious about their meals. Yeah. Alright. So, let me let that cook for a minute. I'm going to cook this other one, and then we'll come back, and then we'll taste it up, and we'll have a really good look at it, okay? Alright, be back. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, so I took one out of the skillet. You see how nice and stiff that is, but it's not like it won't break off. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm going to put that one on. Oh, I'm trying to break it off now. Yeah, so again, it's not meat, so it's not going to do everything that meat will do, but it's good, okay? Like that one, and then slide around. Alright. I think I might want to throw another little bit. Oh, it's running away. Get back on there. Oh, back on there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to eat both of these right now. I think I may be able to take down one. And I've been snacking and whatnot, nibbling on shit. I done messed around and I'm not as hungry as I was before. And it turned into a real job. So I'm going to taste it just because that's what we're going to do. But honestly, I'm really not even hungry anymore. So let's cut it. Alright. It's beautiful. It's falling apart. I remember when I was a little girl, my mom used to make these juicy burgers and they would fall apart and you couldn't even hold them. They were so juicy and they were falling apart. And you'd be mad trying to hold it. My little sister used to start crying because hers was falling apart. So I'm just going to jump in here somewhere. Yum, yummy. I'm making a mess. Hey, now that I'm getting started, I might go ahead and finish it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That's it. There's nothing more I can say. It's a burger. It's a nice substitute. I'm getting away from the cow. I'm really making a mess too. Dropping stuff. I'm just all over the place. But anyway, this is really good. Okay, can you see it? Am I on? Is it on there like that? I had to move the camera a little bit so you can see that. But this is damn good. I threw some mustard on this piece. Hey, that onion and the pickles, this bag right here. So y'all have to get out and try. I got all this food here. There's no way I'm gonna eat all of this snack. No way. Unless I start drinking. Then I'll eat it then. But anyway, I think that's it. There's nothing more I can say. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to inbox me or write a question in the comments. If you try the recipe and you have questions, let me know. Okay? But just remember the second part when it was in that ball and you can move it in both hands without a stick. Okay? That's what you want. Alright? This is thing right here. So that's it. Till next time. Alright? Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And above all things, keep a lyric in your heart. Peace.